The 1950s brought Americans the peace and prosperity they dreamed of for decades. For many, it meant an era of big cars, a home in the suburbs, more family time and vacations, and a higher standard of living. It was an era that was well reflected by the Saturday Evening Post. Its covers, especially those by Norman Rockwell, offered reassuring images of timeless, traditional America. Inside was fiction, both novels and stories that almost always had happy endings, including works by Ray Bradbury and Kurt Vonnegut. But the 50s weren't just the time of carefree affluence. It was a decade of many worries about Russians, atomic bombs, national security and civil defense, the Korean War, young people labeled juvenile delinquents, and a swiftly growing death toll on America's highways. The Post was still one of America's favorite magazines, but the editors were facing new challenges in the 50s. Production costs were going up. The Post was now paying $20 million a year just for paper. It was now competing with other successful general interest magazines like Life and Look. The competition forced the Post to pay up to $150,000 to obtain exclusive articles. In 1950, the magazine grossed over $150 million, but netted only $6 million. And now television was cutting into its ad revenues. Businesses realized that the young TV industry could let them reach more people for less money. But even with these difficulties, circulation climbed to 6.5 million. The magazine had changed a lot from 50 years earlier, when its chief focus was American business. And the country had changed too. But a more significant transformation for both lay just a few years ahead. This video is brought to you by the Saturday Evening Post Digital Archives. For only $15 a year, you can explore 200 years of American history in the Saturday Evening Post online archives. Subscribe today.